Very good morning, students. Welcome to online learning program of Alchemy School. Students, I hope you have enjoyed your vacation. It went very well. Before the vacation, we were learning science of class 9's biology, chapter number 5, the fundamental unit of life. The chapter has got completed with the concept. I have given you some questions after every video. These questions you have to write in the notebooks, and today I am giving you some more questions discussing from the same chapter which you have to write in a particular notebook. So first question is, who discovered the cell and how? The cell, or the term of the cell, coined by the scientist Robert Hooke. He discovered this cell in a piece of cork. The piece of cork is the bark of the tree, which I have explained you in the class during explanation. This bark of the tree, he has made a section and observed under the microscope, where he has found the honeycomb like structure, and he has given the name to one honeycomb structure as a compartment. Compartment you can compare, for example, kind of a separate room. Compartment you can compare like the bogies of the train. These are called compartments. The same way, a hexagonal compartments or a honeycomb structure like compartments he observed in the cork cell. And after doing this observation, he has given the term or the word which is called cell, and he found and discovered it into the dead cell. So in this way, Robert Hooke has discovered the term cell. Second question is, why cell is called structural and functional unit of life? We all know that our complete body is made up of a single cell. One cell will divide into group of cells which is called tissues. Now the tissues will keep on dividing and they will form the organs, and the collection of organs will form organ system. And the organ system, many organ systems like digestive system, respiratory system, muscular system, skeletal system, all these systems club together to form a human body. So in this way, a single cell is only giving us a particular structure. A single cell is forming us into the shape of a body. That's why cell is a structural unit of life. Second thing, cell is also a functional unit of life. If in your body the cells will get fail, your tissues will not function, your organs will get fail, your organ system will get fail, and in short your complete body will get fail. So if the cells will stop functioning, your body will stop functioning. We have seen that part of the cells, a cell is having lot many components inside it. For example, cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi bodies, plastids. These all are the very important part which are making a cell into a successful functioning or the processing of life. So the functioning of each and every cell is only contributing the functioning of your tissue, functioning of your organ, functioning of your system, and the functioning of the complete body. If the cells will get fail, the organs and the systems will get fail. That's why cell is also called functional unit of life. So in this way we can prove that the cell is a structural and functional unit of life. Next question is, why plasma membrane is called selectively permeable membrane? I have explained you the meaning of selectively permeable, or you can also say that it is semi-permeable. Plasma membrane is a outer membrane or the outer covering of the cell. It is plasma membrane is directly the outermost covering into the animal cell, and in the plant cell the outermost covering is a cell wall, and the second covering or the boundary of the cell is plasma membrane. So plasma membrane plays a very important role in the functioning of a cell, because due to plasma membrane only it will be decided whether the components which we are entering into the cell or which they are coming out of the cell, they are good, they are harmful, or they are useful. Depending on the permission given by the plasma membrane only, a particular cell can function successfully. That's why this plasma membrane used to give the permission to enter these selective particles only or selective components only. Means anything cannot enter inside or everything cannot enter inside the plasma membrane, and anything or everything cannot come out of the plasma membrane also. So plasma membrane is playing a very important role, and because it is selecting the materials to give the permission to get in and come out, or it is giving the permission to the important components or the components which are required for the functioning of the cell, it is giving the permission to some of the components. That's why it is called selectively permeable membrane. Selectively means to the selected components, and permeable means to allow or to give the permission for entry and exit of the components from the cell. So next question is, name the cell organelle having their own genetic material. I have explained this also in the video when I was explaining you that the two organelles which are having their own genetic materials are mitochondria and plastids. They have their own DNA, and that is called genetic material. Next question is, why lysosomes are called suicidal bags. Lysosomes are called suicidal bags. It is a very important and very useful technique inside the cell, which is performed by a cell organelle called lysosomes. Lysosomes are having the presence of some very important digestive enzymes. What these digestive enzymes used to do, when a cell is having some foreign particles inside it or some unwanted particles inside it, then in that case this lysosome will release the digestive enzyme, and it will burst itself, or it will consume itself, or it will dissolve or digest itself by secreting the digestive enzymes. Or maybe there is any damage or the rupture or the harm has been already happened to the cell. So this is a kind of repairing technique. This is not a kind of repairing technique, you can say this is a kind of technique which is keeping your body actually healthy. Because if any cell is becoming unwanted, or any cell is not useful to its maximum usefulness and maximum extent, so that particular cell, if it is infected or affected by any foreign body or foreign particle, or its functioning is not happening properly, or any damage or rupture happened to the cell, so this lysosome used to secrete the digestive enzymes and dissolves and digests the complete cell itself. This is in one way beneficial for the body, because we cannot release these worn out cells or these unwanted cells all the time out of our body. So these unwanted cells will keep collecting into the body, and they may create any problem inside the human functioning or the human body. So that's why it is better that lysosome used to release those enzymes on the cell itself, and cell gets dissolved. In the cell, lysosome is also present. So when the lysosome will get dissolved, the cell will get dissolved, lysosome also will get digested with it. That's why they are called suicidal bags, because lysosomes are finishing themselves too with the cell. Next question is, write a short note on the nucleus. I have explained you many important components or many important functionings regarding the nucleus. You can mention all the important points regarding nucleus. For example, it is a main important cell part which is having the presence of genetic material. It is bounded by the double layer of nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane is porous, means it is having the presence of pores, and with that pores, the important components can go out and come inside for the functioning of the nucleus. Nucleus is having the presence of very important genetic materials. They are called chromosomes. These chromosomes, I have explained you the complete sequence, how they are called chromosomes, which are ribbon shaped, then how they will be called as chromatins. Then on the chromatins there is a presence of genes, then there is a presence of DNA, and then the functioning part of the DNA is called genes. And these genes are only responsible to transfer the character from the parent cell to the offsprings or to the baby cell. So in these all questions you have to write in fair, somewhere in the fair work, in a particular notebook which you have made before the vacation, and you have to keep preserve these things. You don't have to tear the pages and do it here and there. You have to learn this. I discuss the answers also. In the coming classes I will give you few more extra questions which you can practice, and then we are going to start the new chapter. Thank you. Stay safe and stay at home.